A giant table with many platters of foreign foods and Angelina Jolie with her arms raised. People sit around the table talking. There is a large artwork on the wall. At Atelier Jolie, meals like this one with dishes from Sudan, Venezuela, and Syria are part of the creative process. Angelina Jolie, shown with chefs and a resident curator and artist, has pivoted from fashion to art hub. Credit Clement Pascal for the New York Times. Angelina Jolie wants to pick up where Warhol and Basquiat left off. The actress is building a community of artists, thinkers, and doers of all kinds in a storied building in downtown Manhattan. 9. Melina Ryzik. By Melina Ryzik. March 24, 2025. Updated 10:47 a.m. Eastern Time. It was a Saturday night, and behind the graffiti-scrawled facade of Atelier Jolie, her downtown creative space and gallery, Angelina Jolie was in conversation with the artist Shirin Neshat. The topics were heady: the plight of refugees, the rights of women, how to wrench meaning from exile, the value of art in all that. Jolie, ethereal in a cream dress with an embroidered capelet, was gracious. "I'm so happy to be with all of you," she said to the invited 50 or so guests, adding that she sought community to keep trying to understand ways to help. For her, being an artist was a means of communication. "I want to know if you feel the same pain." Jolie listened intently to Neshat, the Iranian visual artist and filmmaker, a striking figure with cold eyes. "Art doesn't come from intuition," Neshat said. "It has to come from the life you have led. It has to relate to the world." Advertisement. Image Angelina Jolie and the artist Shirin Neshat in a room filled with graffiti. The artist Shirin Neshat, center, in conversation with Jolie and the moderator Claude Grunitsky. "Art doesn't come from intuition," Neshat said. "It has to come from the life you have led." Credit Argenis Apollinario. And Jolie, the Oscar-winning actress, humanitarian and object of global fascination, was not the red-hot center of attention, which is just how she wants it. "I like to see what other people make," she said. "That's part of my creativity." For a little over a year, she has endeavored to build Atelier Jolie into a hub for artists and makers and chefs, students and Broadway stars. The building comes with an almost unparalleled artistic pedigree. 57, Great Jones Street was once owned by Andy Warhol and inhabited by Jean-Michel Basquiat, who had his studio there until his death in 1988. Jolie's dream was for the space to once again be a cultural locus, a clubhouse full of inspired and international creatives, and also a magnet for a curious public to come and browse, take a class, refuel with a slice of orange almond cake at the global-cuisine cafe, eat Offbeat. Image. An art installation with snippets of hair pasted to the walls, each in a holder. Snips of hair collected from all around the world, as part of the exhibition Strand for Women, fill Atelier Jolie's basement. Credit Clement Pascal for the New York Times. Advertisement. Its initial incarnation was as a pop-up fashion studio for visiting designers, because I think the world's most interested in that, she said. People focus on fashion. But, she added, it was very quickly clear to me that that wasn't going to be my love, in part because she rejected the environmental impact of the typical fashion cycle: water pollution, greenhouse gas emissions, landfill fueling consumption. "I don't want to tell people that they need to buy something new every few months." So she pivoted, expanding her web and sharing the rarest New York commodity, square footage, for free. The French multimedia artist Prune Nuri, who helped organize the Neshat event as part of an exhibition called Strand for Women, has become the Atelier's artist-in-residence, with a second-floor studio where she expects to sculpt sometimes mammoth works over the next 2 years. Image. A squat, 2-story building facade painted with Basquiat's recurring motif, a 3-pointed crown. Atelier Jolie occupies a 2-story building at 57 Great Jones Street in Lower Manhattan, where Jean-Michel Basquiat had his studio and painted in the upstairs studio loft. Andy Warhol bought the building in the 1970s. Credit Amir Hamja / The New York Times. Advertisement.